Good morning, good evening, and good day. Thank you so much for watching Attack Power Gaming. Today, I have for you Game 2 of El Bowser versus Mimile. Let's dive right in. Alright, so this should be an exciting one. We are on Slutsk West with two behemoth divisions against each other. El Bowser here on 20th. Panzergrenadier on Maverick, and Mimile on 16th Panzer, also on Maverick. So this one should be a thrilling one. Two divisions we do not see very often here in League, and they're two of the most heavyweight divisions. If you're a 10v10 player, you know these divisions quite well. The 20th Panzergrenadier, access to those elephants and all those gigantic fun AT tanks technically, and on the flip side 16th, access to those Königstigers, the biggest, meanest tanks in the game. Let's zoom in. We're on Slutsk West, which means all open ground. Mimile technically with the advantage. Oh, excuse me, not Mimile. El Bowser with the advantage here. Much easier to grab these flags for him, so we'll have to see how that works out for both these players. Let's zoom in up north here to El Bowser. We have double Panzergrenadier, 3 Flammenwerfers, MG42, Panzergrenadier DP, these are fabulous, and an IG-18, these are great. These are double DP machine guns for 20 points. It's actually very, very good. And then for the central here, we have an Aufklär IG-18 and a Pack 36, Flak 36, keep doing that lately. Flammenwerfer, Panzergrenadier, and a Pack 40 going for the center town. And finally, down south, quite a hefty force here. Flammenwerfer, MG42, Aufklär, Pack 40, another Panzerschreck, Panzergrenadier, both DP and Faust style, and an IG-18. So heavy deployment down south there for El Bowser. On the Mimile side up north, we have an SPW 233-231, a Flampanzer, a Panzergrenadier with an MG34, leader Panzerfaust with a half-track, and another Panzergren with a Panzerfaust. And then we have 3 SPW 233s and some Panzergrenadier MG34s. And down south we have Panzergren in a half-track, Flampanzer, MG34, SPW 233, and 231. If you guys enjoy this content, please hit that like button, subscribe, try and hit 4K by the end of the year. I think maybe we can do it. I need 600 subscribers this month. Let's do it, guys. And check out that Patreon. We've got a couple extra bucks. Thanks a bunch, guys. Here we go. All right, so we have an off map right from the beginning here from El Bowser, a Focke-Wulf on the flip side, which can definitely take that out. So I don't think he's going to be getting that second charge out of this this off map here, which is definitely a big time bummer for El Bowser. Unless Mimile doesn't notice it, but he must by now because this recon plane also in here. No, oh wait, no, the Focke-Wulf's on target now. How long? Oh, it's not even retreating. What's he doing? Oh, he's got the Flak 36. He's hoping it can stop it. But the Flak 36 is at a stupid angle. He unloaded it too early. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, yep. He needed to unload it right here, and then he would have been perfectly fine. Shot down the recon plane at least. IG-18 can take out this SBO-233, but it's not for some reason. I'm legitimately confused why it's not doing anything. Really strange. Anyway, down south here, Flammenwerfer takes out a recon unit, one of those Grenadiers. Off map coming in. There's only a Panzergren here though. Up north, the Panzerschrecks got dropped off. One died, it appears, and the other got dropped off earlier. Flammenpanzer making quick work of these Flammenwerfers. SPW 233 supplying fire support for that MG42. Very important to kill those off. Grenadier DP trying to stop those infantry there, but now we have double Panzergren with 2 stars, so they should do okay. 233 continuing to take out these support weapons. These things are just so strong. Zooming out here, 233 up on the hill because that IG-18 like weirdly didn't do anything. It was very strange. This is actually really important because Mimile needs to take big chunks of land here because, again, he's on the very disadvantaged side here with these flag layout. More of these Go 145Bs. These two have 2 little napalm bombs. That's what they got a loadout on. For 20 points, 25 points, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it really isn't. Let's see what it does here. I mean, that was a nice chunk of damage. It really was. And you get, like, 6 of them, I think. SPW 231 goes down to the Panzerschreck down south, so that's definitely nice. I know why Bowser brought in some of these Panzerschrecks to counter these armored cars everywhere. But losing that early off-map is definitely a huge loss, because that was 100-some points that he lost there for little to no value, honestly. And the northern push of El Bowser completely decimated. Slutsk 3 coming in, though, and that... Slutsk 4, excuse me, coming in, and that's essentially a brick wall right there. There is nothing in Mimile's arsenal right now that has any chance of dealing with that unit. So that could definitely be problematic here for Mimile. That still trying to get on target of some of these armored half tracks. That recon, though, supplying very important information for him. 233 going to take out the rest of that, although here's a Panzergrenadier now. Is going to start getting to work here on some of these half tracks. Problem is just going to be the reload time. BF-109G2 coming in. These are pretty terrible, but it's what he's got. Down south, he does hold this flag. Bowser does hold his flag here, but this 233, very dangerous. Of course, that Panzergrenadier can take it out if he can get close enough. Panzergrenadier takes out the Flampanzer, and now the other half-track getting far enough away. These Panzergrenadiers will kill that Panzergrenadier off, though. Slutsk is trying to establish control now, but Mimile grabbing this flag as well, so 1410 from these two flags on the hill. And unfortunately for Bowser, he obviously doesn't know there's this little in here. If he did, he could definitely push. Both these divisions are very expensive divisions. Like, everything you buy in them is not cheap. There's really nothing cheap and efficient in these divisions. I feel like one of them would have access to ersatz if they wanted them, but I'm not a fan of ersatz trooping myself, so I'm not, like, shocked to not see those, even if they have access to them. Slutsk should land on this last shot against this half-track, and there it goes down. So, nice to clean up some of that light armor down there. The half-tracks obviously aren't strong, but just their presence can make a difference. Panzergrenadier with the 2 stars should be able to handle the Panzergrenadier with the 1 star quite easily, especially because this one's not in cover. So yeah, that should be an easy win there. SPW-233 trying to move around. Panzergrenadier in, like, there's no auto, they have auto cover off, so it's like now out in the open. It's going to get spotted by this 233. Oh no, why did he go this way? Oh, that's a huge loss. Now the Panzerfaust can take it out, but I highly doubt Mimile's going to let that 233 wander that close in. The 233 over here hiding in the woods, trying to avoid that Slutsk is succeeding at the moment. It could zip around here at any time and kill this Flak 36, and that'd be a big kill. Not, I mean, just point-wise, but also the loss of that AA cover. A Mobilwagen coming in here from Mimile, along with that Panzer IV. Both players having access to sufficient and solid AA, so neither of these players should, like, run out or anything. He needs something down here. I assume, yeah, the heat shells are out on this IG-18, so this SPW-233 totally free to do whatever it wants. And El Bowser finally gets his infantry into some freaking buildings here. I'm just not a fan of having auto cover off. I feel like you get punished. You just get punished really hard. 233 finally finds that Flak 36. Ooh, and it just does so much HE damage. Slutsk trying to get in position here to stop the hurt. He really needs to not lose this. Slutsk finally gets in position, and unfortunately for Mimile, the the 233 auto, aimed at the armored unit instead of the Flak 36. So he tried to re-aim it to try to kill it in time and failed. Now, BF-109G2 trying to get on the back of this Focke-Wulf. Speed-wise, I think this thing is faster. I'm trying to check it out quick. It is either equal or a tiny bit faster. I forget how fast Focke-Wulfs are. I think they're 600. Maybe they're 630. I'm not even sure. We'll check the next time one flies out. Napalm bombs bombing that IG-18 and kills it. So, there you go. 25 points. Paid itself off and then some. BF-109G2 doesn't go in to finish this off. Kind of surprising, actually. Mimile picking up the 15-9 here. This flag here, and down south. Very, very impressive, because that is the much tougher side of the map. So Bowser definitely on the back foot here. And we're in a Maverick mirror, so remember that, both these players, there's no opportunity to be at a big advantage. So, being down this many points right off the start actually is really detrimental to make this really hard for Bowser to claw his way back into it. Recon floating around, just providing lots of information. Flak 36, though, coming in to stop this. IG-18 moving up. I guess, I'm assuming Bowser, didn't bring in any AT in A phase. I mean, here's a Pack 40 right here, so he could do something. I mean, obviously, oh, there you go, you finally got that killed. Obviously, a Pack 40 for this SPW-233 is a little much, a little overkill, but he does need it to be dead. These Panzergrenadier on the hill easily taking out these ersatz, but I think he's now picked up on the fact that that is an MG34 Panzergrenadier with no AT capability, so the Slutsk can completely just bully the crap out of this thing. Ersatz moving, so yeah, so 20th Panzergrenadier does finally have these ersatz in. I'm a little confused why Bowser waited so long to bring them in. I guess he just didn't want his early territorial gains to be just from ersatz, which of course are not very strong. Flak 36 should be able to take out this G145 here. Unless it loses sight because it's on a stupid part of the hill. Well, now it's definitely going down with the BF-109G2. There you go. And these are some very important kills for Bowser because he needs those. Those things can be extremely dangerous if you let them do whatever they want. So we have a Panzergren and a Flammenpanzer coming in here, both are half tracks, of course. So that means the deficit of AT down here is now even worse. But the IG-18 did take out that 233. That's a huge kill for Bowser. He needed that desperately. So definitely very nice there. And finally, he kills off this infantry here, opening up the center. He's going to grab the center flag, and we can see here why this side of the map sucks so hard, because your flags are just so close, and it's so hard to hold these middle BS flags that you have. While on the other hand, you have to push way into territory. Honestly, if Mimile was on this other side, he would have had like an 18-6 at least. It was like ridiculous how far he was in. You know, he was like, basically, he would have been like to here. He would have had all these flags. I can't believe they picked Slutsk West at all, honestly. Because it really comes down to whoever gets the better side. We do have another off map here. How much are these? Oh, he's already retreating. He didn't even get to call it in. So he had two off maps already in. Very expensive commitment there. We're about to enter B phase. Mobile wagon down south as well. And so far these are literally just to stop the fighters. And that's not to say that's not worth it, because Focke-Wulfs can very effectively strafe and stuff on their own. Panzergrens finally catch this other Panzergren out, and of course the double star one with more health is going to win the day here. Both of those in equal cover. Back to a 12-12 here, and it looks like El Bowser finally picked up on the emptiness of this town and has moved some Stosstroop in here to grab that, but there's a line of armor here. BF-109G2s sneaking in the only gap in the air defenses here, right down the center. But the mobile wagon over here, you know, finally picks up on these. It might lose line of sight here because of the trees. It appears it's not, though. It looks like it should, but it's not, so... BF-109 almost goes down there. IG-18 supplying some AT? Nope. Oh, yeah, AT. This is... Oh, maybe that was HE firing at the half-track. That's probably what it was. We finally have a PaK-40 and a Stug-4 coming down south here. PaK-40 on the road here, trying to cut off some of this armor here, but the Grille is in position, and that's probably just going to ruin his day very, very quickly. He needs to fire now. Ooh. Oh my goodness. And the Panzer IV does go down there. Very nice. So that PaK-40 does pay itself off. If it doesn't retreat immediately, that Grille is definitely going to kill it after this next shot. It does not retreat. Oh, it does now, but it's too late, I believe. Too late. But Bowser on the 13-11 because of, again, this map, basically. Mobile wagon going after the off-map. Off-map forced off again, and if it's not careful, it's going to die. Gonna get out of range. It flowed out of range. It did happen. Thank goodness for Bowser that it retreated the correct direction. If it had swung this way, it was most definitely dead. MG42 in a nice position here to harass some of these infantry. Infantry falling back now with the armored support gone. He has a much harder time getting in here. 16th not having a ton of CQC stuff, just the standard Pioneer, Sturm Pioneer stuff. We don't see any Sturm Pioneers, so obviously it must just be the Pioneers there. Stug-4 taking on some of those infantry, unfortunately out of range of that Grille. So that's going to start taking some HE pot shots at this Stug-4. It can eventually kill, there's no doubt about that. We now have an SDK of Z71 plugging the final air gap here for Mimile. So Mimile's AA now fully operational, and these BF-109 should have no gap to fly through anymore. Back to a 12-12, but it's important to note that Bowser is down a nice little chunk of points there. Probably about 5 minutes of points, single tick points. Which in, again, these mirrors is significant. But we are in Phase B, so we're going to see what these players do with all their points. And it looks like Bowser's going to be the first to pull the trigger on the big guns here. Calling in an elephant. That is so exciting. Look at that monster. 190 frontal armor. The only weapon in this game that outdoes it is 16th Panzer's Königstiger. So I would love to see a showdown between those two. Grille continually takes shots at that Stug-4. Lands a good shot this time. Stug 4 trying to get into range. It looks like it has. No. Bowser calling it off, which means he's just going to take more... Oh, that's because of the Pack 40 here. Gets a loader wounded. That's a really annoying critical. It's not dead, so, I mean, it's definitely better than that. But down south, Mimile's trying to make more ground, though there's legitimately nothing to capture down here. There's not a lot of reason to push any further. I think he's just trying to get his Panzergrenadiers on the edge of the forest. Whole pile of Panzergrenadiers coming in here for Bowser. SBO 231, though, could be problematic for that situation. Pack 40 can definitely take out that Panzer 4 across the way. Grilla continuing to just pick at these Erzatz troops that are grabbing territory for Bowser. Bowser picking up 1311 again because of this flag here in the middle, but that's probably going to get deleted momentarily. Bowser was able to force Mimile out of this frontal forest, which is really nice and relieves the pressure on this flag here. Erzatz deleted, and this MG42 should re-establish control for Mimile over that flag. Now, Bowser's still holding the flag in the town, though, although an attack is pushing through here currently. That elephant going to the town? I guess he just wants to, like, lock down this road permanently? I thought maybe he'd put it on this hill and try to establish full control over the open ground. Panzergren's taking a lot of fire from that 231. Stug 4 needs to move into a better position here to support them, because that 231 is just going to chunk these Panzergrens, which is exactly what it's doing. Now, DP being much worse than MG42, but with two of them, it should do just fine. But a Panzer 4 now supporting, but that means it is spotted by that Pack 40. Now we have the fire coming in from Pack 40. Unfortunately, it's APCR. You really don't want that to be happening. Pack 40 absolutely does not need to be using APCR to hit this Panzer 4, and it just allows the Panzer 4 to get away. Sight damage, not a super debilitating crit. Makes it a little less accurate, but it's not like... It's still functioning just fine. Now, we do see some Sturm Pioneers in finally. Stolstrup are out, well, these at least are out of their Molotovs. And they're getting killed off before they even shoot here. Panzergrens, though, finally getting in there. Doing some damage. Sturm Pioneers also out of range. Up north, we have a big force coming in of Pioneers. IG-33 and now hitting these infantry here. Very nice. Elephant going even further? We have a 150 mil artillery piece coming in. Infantry are now down in the south. But once again, Bowser just kind of walking his troops out in the open here to get absolutely pummeled. Luckily for him, the Stug 4 tanks, literally, for the infantry here. Takes that burst of fire and gets out of the way. Gets that 231 out of the way, which now allows the infantry to re-grab that, bring it back to a 1311. Big attack here in the center, though, really kind of bogged up. I'm not 100% sure what Mimile's doing with those troops. They're really head up. The recon, the off-map going down here. I don't know how many of those charges he really got off at the end of the day. Elephant finally stopping in the middle of the road here, showing the only thing that could kill it was its side armor. Luckily for him, there was nothing there at the time. Erzatz deleted by a Grilla from somewhere. There's a Grilla hanging around here somewhere. Or maybe that... No, I don't know where the heck that came from. Oh, it's the 150. Infantry, though, finally cleared out of the middle of this town, and there's not any other infantry there. There's some more coming in now, finally. Attack up north is starting to develop, but a Panzerschreck out in the middle. Not gonna lie, Bowser's made a lot of strange infantry moves that have gotten his infantry killed. Now we have the Nebula for 300 mil coming in for that Elephant. Excellent weapon for killing these, but it looks like Bowser was on the micro this time to dodge that. That's honestly the most effective way to kill this super heavy armor, is like some sort of super heavy artillery. It actually does quite well. That or a Pack 43 or Krupp or something like that, but that's about it. Usually when an opponent has these kind of tanks, they have at least some air cover, and you can see here there's lots of AA around. Another 150 coming in, SDK 771 in as well. We have a Hummel here. Very solid counter battery piece. Mobile wagon, though. Uh-oh. Oh, no, this could be a huge kill. Gets a hit. Stug 4 lands one hit and will land the second, I would think. Oh, what a kill! Oh, he only gets 2 of those in Phase A, too, so he just lost a huge piece of AA there. Mimile, that one's going to hurt him. That's going to hurt him in the long run. Pack 40, putting down some HE on that Panzergren. So we'll see what this Hummel can do here. Where is it going? Oh, it's going after the IG-33, but that has already moved. The question is the 150 going to counter? And it is. Now, the thing is, though, if Mile's on top of his micro, the Hummel should be relatively safe. Stug 4 moving around here to take out this light armored stuff, but the Pack 40 now in position. Oh, the Stug had to go backwards. Of course, he doesn't know that. He doesn't see this thing at the moment. Oh, when he gets a nice side pen, and there's no way this Stug 4 is surviving. Down it goes. Still at a 12-12 here with that town recapture, but there's not actually a lot of troops here. If Bowser pushes hard, he can definitely get back in there. He's holding on in the town down south, catching out these Stern Pioneers out, which is fantastic. He needed that desperately. There's a leader down here, though. So Mimile definitely trying to get himself dug in here. Stern Pioneer now in range of the Panzergrenadiers. Gets a flame off. DP's getting caught out, are able to take out that Panzergrenadier, though. Stug 4 needs to move forward and cover off this road, but if he does that, then he's in range of this forest. That's why he's not doing that. 150s are get a nice hit on the Hummel. So that's in a lot. That's really damaged. Mimile needs to move that desperately. It's 2 150s on one. His only advantage is the fact he can move so easily. He didn't even move his Nebelwerfer, I don't think. So Mimile really off on the micro here on his artillery. All it's going to take is one hit, and now it goes. Wow. Really big loss there for Mimile, not microing his artillery there. Stug 4 versus Panzer 4. Stug 4 has the absolute advantage at this range. Stug 4 should hit its next shot successfully, but Panzer 4 calls it off. Grenadiers getting pinned down. We have more Panzergrenadiers coming in. These are actual Panzergrenadiers. We are just about to hit the end of B phase, though, and then we're going to get into that 80-point grind. And Bowser still has not been able to take a lot of points away here from Mimile, so definitely still in the struggle boat. Grenade goes off, kills those Stern Pioneers. And that's definitely something we could see out of both these players, is just running out of CQC units. They're not going to have a ton. Neither of these have like massive infantry tabs. 20th having a bit more than 16th. And one thing we have not seen out of... Oh, there it is, as I say it. There's the Königstiger. The big, the bad, the meanest. 200 millimeters of frontal armor. This thing is a monster. But versus the Elephant, who shall come out? Both have the same gun. Elephant with 10 millimeters less armor. And Stug 4 finally gets that hit on that Panzer 4. Goes down successfully. Big kill there. I'd have to say Mimile feels like he's a little bit on the back, but despite having the point advantage and currently the flag advantage, in terms of actual on-map presence, the loss of that artillery piece there, the loss of that mobile wagon, definitely hurts a lot. Tiger E now in, supplying some support here. Oh, but another Elephant is in. Misses its first shot. These things, very dangerous. The fire rate, nice 7 rounds a minute here. So Elephant can absolutely dominate this open ground here, along with this IG-33, this MG-42, probably not long for this world. The MG-42 should be spotted by this off player here. Down south, Panzergren catching this other Panzergren, but this one's obviously very damaged. Another Panzergren, brought 2 cards of Panzerschrecks, this means, so that means he has like 12 of these. Stug 4 kind of chilling out. I get covering the open ground, it feels like there'd be better places for this to be. Again, the other big difference here, we're now in C phase, so neither of these players are going to have the points to make huge call-ins like this anymore. You would need to wait 4 minutes. Yeah, 4 minutes to get another one of these, so we're not going to see any more Königstigers. We're probably not going to see any more Elephants. This one, you'd still need 3 ticks, essentially, to actually buy another of these. So there is 2 on board. I don't see him buying more. We have another 150 mil, though. Bowser has set up for the long game. He might be down in points, but he definitely has the stronger setup for longer. We have another Tiger E down south, though. So we have 2 Tiger E's, and we have, of course, the Königstiger here to contest the middle. IG-33 finally spotting this MG-42. This Alpha Player in a kind of a stupid spot. Needs to move that forward. Finally, the Stug 4 has moved in to support his troops now. That Panzerschreck obviously nowhere near the range it needs to be to get this Stug. So as long as he keeps it safe back here, this will definitely swing this southern area here. Even the Tiger is not, cannot like roll up on here because the Stug 4 can absolutely pen that Tiger at close range. And it looks like here that Bowser has re-grabbed this central town here. Panzer 4 goes down to the Elephant in the town. Nice kill there. Just another piece of armor going down here from Mimile. And Bowser finally reestablishes his 1311 with the southern flag recaptured here. Mimile is dug in, though, really well in this position. I mean, he shouldn't be pushed out of there anytime soon. Although he has to be careful. The Elephant pushes up. He might spot this SDK of Z71. Königstiger, though, coming. We may have our matchup. We may get to see the throwdown. Now, it does look like we're having a counter-battery war again. The Hummel, once again, not moved. Trying to take on some of this artillery. One thing that Bowser's going to have to consider doing is bringing in some ammo for these 150s eventually. We now have 3 versus 1, 3v1. Once again with the one having some mobility, but as we've seen so far, Mimile not really apt to move his artillery aggressively. I'm not sure if he expects like a counter battery order to do that for him. It doesn't, it's supposed to, but it doesn't really. Tiger E's finding some HE support here, Stug 4 backing off. Definitely need some sort of AT down here to take out this Tiger E, or this is going to have a little bit of trouble. So the air AA is solid again, although again we haven't seen any air support out of Bowser outside of the G2s, and we really haven't seen any air support after the recon planes and the Focke-Wulfs out of Mimile. Here we go. Elephant bounces its first shot on the Königstiger. Königstiger about to take its first blast here. We have immediate penetration of the Elephant. Another miss on the Königstiger. Elephant deciding to back out of that engagement because of its, first pen fail. Definitely not what Bowser wants to see. IG-33 taking some HE hits. Urzat's moving in probably just to grab some ground here. He's kind of stuck at parity up north. Down south, we still have a grueling fight for this town. Stug 4 has backed off. The other Stug 4, I assume, is dead. Oh no, it moved up north. More infantry coming in along with the leader, so this SPW-222 is obviously the biggest threat there. Königstiger going after this IG-30, continuing to go after that IG-33. Elephant here, its effectiveness is obviously extremely reduced because it's damaged. Now the Nebelwerfer taking some shots at the Elephant. We don't have the micro we had last time. We do see it moving out of the way now. And it is very damaged now. Will it go down to this shot? And it does! Oh, God! Obviously a massive loss for Bowser. He needs these super heavy tanks to hold off and control ground. And now he's lost one. And the other one is damaged. And all of a sudden this Königstiger is reigning supreme. G2's deployed to try to take out this recon bomber. Kind of unnecessary, honestly, because he has his own flak 36 is just fine. It's going to go down to this SDK of Z71. There it goes. Loss of that fighter, definitely painful. What is the speed on these Focke-Wulfs? 600. So yeah, the G2 is a bit faster. I was correct in saying that. So we have an attack beacon on the flak 36. Although the artillery was counter-battering aggressively, but the Hummel has stopped firing, so it's not getting targeted currently. Königstiger basically just gets to sit out here and do whatever it wants. The loss of this Elephant and essentially the figurative loss of this one. Now we have another one coming in. Wow. That means Bowser has essentially not called anything in for 3 ticks to build up to this. He's obviously trying to double team this Königstiger and has to pray for the RNG to do what it's supposed to do and bless him a bit. Now, at this range, the Panzergrenadiers can kill this half-track. They just toss their grenades into the open top, and we'll see that here. Down it goes, so nice kill there. Panzerschreck going to take out the other half-track, so definitely some big losses there. Yeah, definitely some big losses, and these infantry are damaged, that's for sure. But the Sturm Pioneer might be able to do some damage to this Panzergrenadiers. Not really, though. Panzergrenadiers still alive in this building, which means they will take significantly less damage than these Panzergrenadiers out in the open. 222 taking some damage from the Pack 40, but manages to dodge it. Artillery trying to take out the Nebelwerfer 300 mil, but unfortunately a little late to the party there. We finally see Mimile starting to micro his artillery a little bit. Königsegger just firing at ersatz, which might be part of Bowser's plan. I don't even know, because you can definitely run this thing out of ammo eventually. I mean, it's got a lot of it, but you could run it out of HE shells, so then at least it can't do much against your infantry and things. A huge patch of troops down here, but a Tiger E right up in here, along with an SPW 222. Panzergrenadier out in the road gets knocked down easily. We don't see any further artillery out of Mimile. And this is definitely, guys, going to be a grind now. Bowser currently still holding the 13-11, finally ticking some flags and starting to evening up that gap there. Second Elephant coming in here. Now, Bowser has to be extremely careful with the timing if he's planning to take on this Königsegger. Obviously, if we can get some side armor, that would be absolutely phenomenal, because then you're penning without a doubt. Flampanzer goes down here. That's definitely a big kill, because that could have wiped out the rest of these infantry in the town. Here we go. It looks like the elephant might be deciding to poke its head out, but only one is moving. Nope, it's keeping tight. Yep, keeping tight to the forest there, so it does not look like an engagement's coming yet. 150 mils, apparently, I assume, spotted out the artillery. No, he's firing there. Going after the Nebelwerfer, somehow sees it? Oh, no, I guess it's the counter battery? No, the counter battery shouldn't target that. Oh, the counter battery, the 300 going for the STL-71, and it succeeds. And the IG-33. Ooh! Oh, that's a big loss. Ouch. That one burned to see. Gudila taking out some of these infantry here. Still a ton going on. Infantry engagement down south. Stuke 4 moving into support. It's in a nice spot here to keep it from getting caught out by this Tiger. Although it can pen the Tiger definitely still has the advantage. It's not like it doesn't. Although this is a 3-star Stug, meaning it's firing much faster than that Tiger E is. So definitely get more opportunities to land that shot. We do have artillery coming in, but unfortunately for Bowser, the Nebelwerfer has been moved unless this shot gets really lucky. That is a hit! Oh my god, I wish the RNG gods would bless me so. Oh! All hail. Bowser is blessed right now. Like, that was the edge of this circle here. And it landed right on that. What a huge loss from Mimile, because he was making use of that 300 mil, and that was really his actual best tool to kill these elephants safely. Wow. What a hit. Elephant moving in. We have one poking forward here. It's trying to take out the Grilla while staying out of range of that Königstiger. We do have an Aufklär now for Mimile, so he finally has some recon to actually spot for these tanks. Oh, you know, his Aufklär's still out there, so he should see this. Elephant misses. Needs to back up. Needs to back up now. Oh, no, no, no. He's on an attack order, it looks like. Oh, he's taking on the Tiger. Where's the other elephant? What are you doing? Move the other one. Oh, no. This is your golden opportunity, man. And oh, he gets a transmission damage that slows it down even more. Why is the other one not moving? Oh, my God. It's hard to watch. It's dead. No, it bounces. Why is the other one not going somewhere? Bowser, what are you doing? It's bounce after bounce. Now the artillery, though, is starting to get zeroed in here. The elephant finally decides to back off. It does get out of range in time. Ersatz troop and distracting those tanks. Why did he not bring his other one in? Infantry, though, down south goes down. Panzergrenadier is not able to catch up that SPW 222. The Tiger, I don't know what killed it. Where is it? Was he too aggressive? He was. The Panzergrenadier killed the Tiger. What a kill. More armor down from Mimile. Königstiger takes a pen from the fresh elephant. At this closer range, they do not bounce as effectively. Ooh, he does get the bounce, though. Oh, he misses because he's so stressed. The other elephant finally moving forward. This is what should have happened the first time. Ooh! Oh! Ooh, the RNG gods giveth and they taketh away. Firing again. Oh! Oh my god. Ooh, Grill puts a nice shot on the elephant. Those little bits of damage do matter. They can build up into something. Grilla getting missed. Oh, yes. They bless Bowser so. Grilla does go down, though. That is really important to kill off that HE support. 150 starting to take some damage from the Hummel, but now we see the counter battery starting to come down. This one, I would assume, is out of ammo. It is, so that needs some ammo. Another Elephant out of Bowser. Wow. He is committing a ton of resources to these Elephants, but he has determined that these super heavies are the key to winning this. We have an 81 mil mortar now from Mimile, trying to mix up his artillery. Mimile recognizing that he is way behind in the artillery war. We finally have an Opal Bliss munitions coming in. This 150 falling back. This one not counter battering, actually going after this Pack 40 over here on the flank. Slutsk 4, not a good engagement for you, buddy. You best be running. Wow, no, he doesn't care. Wow, Bowser has decided he's going in on this Tiger. Elephant got held up here going after a half-track. I understand why the 88... I understand why this 88 gun cannot do 10 damage. Like, it feels like it should kill in one shot, but it would be absolutely disgusting if it did. But I feel like it should kill lighter stuff in one shot. Slutsk 4 goes down to the Königsegg. That's just a waste of a Stug. Not sure what Bowser was doing on that one. Half-track goes down, but there's not a lot of infantry here. This leader obviously not really counting as, like, fighting infantry. Panzergrenadier trying to stay hidden. Slutsk 4 needs to kill that SPW 222. Panzergrenadier, oh, gets spotted before he can kill that. Oh, what a loss. Because this 222 is the reason he's able to push back into her. Back to a 12-12 with the points dead even. I think Mimile's up a little bit. Wow. 150's aiming down south now to just try to clear out whatever infantry he assumes is there. It's a good assumption to make. Killing those buildings, too, also makes it harder for him to defend that. But the Hummel is starting to lay down that counter battery fire. He has to be careful. His artillery will die if he doesn't do anything about this Hummel. You can see taking large chunks of damage here. Panzergren on Panzergren, obviously the one with some actual veterancy should win. Firing behind the line, assuming some infantry are there. He does get one pushed off there. So we have a damaged König Tiger, a damaged elephant, an undamaged elephant, and there was another one coming in, right? I thought he called in a third. Am I imagining that? Am I imagining that, guys? I could have sworn I said there was another one coming in, but I guess that was this one here. No, there it is. I knew there was another one. There it is. With its side armor very much showing right now. He's trying to move it into town to once again take control of this road. We have a Tiger E now on the road. Both of these players, I'm not sure how they keep buying these expensive things. And still having any other troops on the battlefield. Artillery pinned down again. That Hummel doing its damage. 81 mortars though. Mimile's got to start using these more aggressively. They can be key to him breaking some of these infantry down. The little squad of pioneers moving in here. Artillery is going to do some damage to these Panzergrens, I would assume. Ooh, nice little chunk there. Gonna run out of ammo though, so he's gonna have to buy again more supply. These infantry definitely needs to be careful here. Oh no, because the Flammenwerfers were on return fire, they did not shoot at these grenadiers in the transports. So that's not great. He needs to resecure this forest because otherwise his AA, maybe even his artillery, is in trouble. We have recon coming in. Mobile wagon needs to try to stop that. BF-109 does succeed. You don't see that often, honestly. Panzergrenadier, I'm not sure what it's going for here. He needs a fresh squad of infantry. Kind of bad down here, actually. Focke-Wulf trying to take it out. SDK is going to kill that BF-109. Königs Tiger taking on this horde of Urzats. Not sure what this elephant is doing. Trying to... Oh, he's moving it up into like a position here to cover off this road. This is a lot of back and forth. Mimile grabbing a 1311 with the grab of this flag here. Can he take this Focke-Wulf out? That would be a big kill, too. And it gets out. Ooh. It'll be out of action for a while, but still. Unfortunate for Bowser not to be able to take that out. Slutsk 4 finally in a nice position here to cover off this road. Mortar is back countering the artillery, and actually will be very effective at that. The spread being a little bit tighter for a mortar, of course. One artillery piece not firing here. He needs to keep all of these things firing constantly, essentially. Back to a 12-12 again, because he lost the flag in the middle here. Königstiger about to run out of HE ammo here soon. The artillery coming in. If it kills that leader, that's a nice kill because it takes all that veterancy away, and that's more valuable than most things. Elephant now, the position changing again, probably just light cover here. It's going to try to take out that Königstiger. Needs to turn off the HE damage, though, because if it spots any of these other things first, it'll fire at those. SPW 233 coming in for some more recon and HE support. We have some Panzergrenadiers down south to help finally secure this area, and it looks like Mimile's finally going to get pushed out of this southern town. And he's really going to have no way back in at that point. Pioneers trying to clear out these Panzergrenadiers, and they're actually doing a pretty good job here. And once he reguides this, we'll be back to a 13-11 as long as he holds this central flag. We do have another Grilla, though. Elephant has stopped in a useless position again. I do understand Bowser trying to preserve his Elephants, because of course they're extremely expensive, so he doesn't want them to die. But at the same time, putting them in positions where they don't do anything at all is pretty useless for your 245-point investment. Of which he has spent over 1,000 points on elephants this game. And their net value so far has been not incredible, not gonna lie. He's definitely got some kills with it, especially the ones sitting in the town, but nothing like amazingly like, wow, that did it kind of thing. Slutsk 4, though, pushing forward as well, and he's actually pushing down south now. Tiger E, though, will be able to shut this push down. These Slutsk 4s close up can do some good damage, but not really at max range. Obviously, too, because the Tiger E has 2K range, and they only have 1750. Elephant spotting that 233, does get the one-shot kill. Very nice there. Always feels good. Probably needs some more infantry in the center. 150 does go down now. Uh-oh. So we see one less artillery piece, and it may seem like I'm overreacting to that, but truthfully, losing those 150s is a big deal. His artillery is key, and losing them is going to put him on the potentially put him on the back foot. Elephant and the King Tiger meeting again in combat. Both of them have 1 penetration, so whoever gets the first pen that's it. Obviously, the Tiger has a little bit better chance because of its higher armor. Both bouncing. This other elephant needs to move into position now. And it doesn't, and the elephant goes down. Truthfully, Bowser not doing a very good job of trying to double team this Königs. He has more heavy tanks. He's not using them. He's like running into them one at a time, which is the worst thing you could possibly do. Because the Königstiger is still technically better. Artillery still continuing to be used on frontline troops instead of counter-battering. I'm not sure I fully agree with. Especially because the front line battering hasn't been very effective at all. But we do have this big push here going into this point. We see reinforcements rushing in to try to fix the problem. Slutsk 4, one went down, the other one's penned. And the Tiger's going to get another one here once it can get around the corner. Mobile vac and taking out some infantry in the transport, or at least forcing them out of the transport. Finally, the Pioneers get into some range here, although they're not actually in grenade range, I don't believe. Instead, they're just standing out. Grenade finally gets off, but Mimile's actually on top of his micro. Bowser pins 1 down. He needs his... There we go. Now they're finally in a building here. Bowser's definitely working with a whole bunch of things, so his micro is suffering noticeably. The mobile vacuum goes down. That's another big kill. Slutsk 4 in the woods now, a little bit safer, and the Tiger's going to have to work a little harder. We now have a 14-10 for Bowser. Mimile's still tiny up on points. Königstiger moved back in to get resupplied here by this Opel Blitz, so it will get its HE shells back. Although this thing is ticking down really fast, might actually run out of ammo just from resupplying these 2 units. 150 taking more damage here, and we still do not... Another 150 went down along with... no, not with the ammo, I don't think. So, Bowser losing his artillery to the 1 piece of artillery here from Mimile. Not great. But Bowser has finally picked up the 15-9 in a very unusual spot here down south with these 2 flags, along with the one in the town. And these unvetted Panzergrenadiers going up like against other unvetted Panzergrenadiers. This Stug 4 needs to move forward to take out this 2-2 because that will absolutely wreck those infantry. The double tick, though, is massive and finally puts Bowser in front on the points. Again, I'm not sure what the point of having these elephants are if they're going to sit in weird spots that don't do anything. Guerrilla now taking out Panzergrenadiers. 150 still doing not much of anything. Another elephant coming in. I have a hard time agreeing that this is the right choice of things to be buying. Like, doesn't he have at least one more Pack 40 that he can throw in one of these positions to kill this stinking tiger? Stug 4 needs to back up into the cover to it. Yeah, there we go. Tiger E coming after it. Still holding that 15-9, though. This is huge. Every moment of this is a lot of points lost, but there's nothing actually left on the hill here for Bowser. He needs some sort of reinforcement. The elephant in another just non-existent position. We do have the Königstiger moving down south here. If this elephant pops out, it can very easily pop that Königstiger. At this range, it would have a pretty good likelihood of pinning. Oh, the artillery is firing some smoke now. Trying to keep this tiger out of line of sight. But with the half-tracks there, he's not going to be able to get in close with his infantry. Pioneers forcing those infantry out. We're back to a 14-10, though, with this hill grab. The SPW SDKZ 7-1 has no armor, so remember, these infantry can shoot at that thing. It will absolutely decimate these infantry these squads, but he's got to be really careful. I think that's a fire position on the guerrilla there. He is out of ammo, though, so now needs to leave. Elephant could have very easily popped its head out, killed this guerrilla. Like, Bowser keeps calling these things in, and he's not, like, actually using them. Like, this one's in a no-cover position. This one's behind a tree. He's just not actually using them. And he's investing massive sums of his income into them. SBO 222 continuing to... this one's a 231 now, but continuing to do tons of damage. More Panzergrenadiers coming in. And, I haven't seen infantry called in from Bowser in quite a while. Just something to be aware of. It is possible they're running out of infantry. Seems likely, actually. And another 150 taking a big hit here from the artillery. Stug 4 coming in for the hill here. Mortars coming in a little bit deep. Flak 36 getting hit by the tiger. The elephant needs to move in and actually engage that tiger. That's the whole point he bought this thing, I assume. More smoke trying to cut off the Königstiger. Elephant finally moving onto the road at least, so it's at least engaged in the activity here. But a big push up north. Panzerschreck does take out that half-track, but now it's revealed and it's going to get absolutely massacred, and there goes his AT there for that tiger. So not a great trade there. Falkable 190 with AT suddenly coming in. Haven't seen anything of that nature, but he's lost his AA here. Now the elephant is spotted. Oh, takes a good hit. Did turn its front arm, but is now heavily damaged, so one pen from that Königstiger will probably do it. Ooh, the Focke-Wulf super duper cheeky there. Takes out the artillery piece. Oh. Stug 4 finally takes out the SPW 231, but he's lost so many infantry now to it. Now the infantry advantage is in Mimile's favor. Elephant not getting the RNG blessing there and missing its first shot onto the tiger. Tiger makes a run for it. And Bowser's got... There's only 4 minutes left. I do need to make sure I remind you guys of this. It's a 50-minute game, and Bowser has been able to create a pretty large deficit in points. And the Königstiger is dead. Went down to the elephant here on the road. Up top here, Stug 4 goes down to the Tiger E, and no penetrations there on that Tiger. But the Tiger can't really push in yet. Panzerschreck moving in as well. Bowser holding on desperately to his... He just needs to not, like, fall to a double tick, essentially, at this point. As long as his lines don't completely buckle, he should be the winner of this game due to time limit. Not seen a time limit game in quite a while. And the thing is, too, all he needs to do is pop this elephant out, and he can kill all of this stuff. Like, it's all right there. Bowser not only holding his 13-11, but pushing to a 14-10. Another Stug 4 and up north. Mortar's trying to take out this elephant. Close range Panzergrenadiers poking at each other with their singular submachine gun and some rifles. Pioneer moving in though. Only 2 minutes of this game remaining. And it looks like that's going to be it for Mimile. What an absolute banger of a match here. Some incredible kills, some incredible luck, good luck and bad for both of these players. Bowser definitely having the blessing of the map side on this one. And that's not to take away from how he played, but there were definitely some micro mistakes in there that definitely hurt him a lot. Back to 12-12. We now have about 1 minute left, then we can see the massive gap in points here. Stug 4 engaging the Aufklär there. Uh-oh. Panzergrenadier with a Panzerfaust, 100% capable of killing this Stug 4. But the artillery and HE are going to do it anyway. Mimile has grabbed that 13-11, is trying to tick some of those points back. Tiger, though, goes down here to the Panzer Shrek. Big loss there. He's lost his armor support. Once his Panzergrenadier goes down, the flag down here will go back in his favor. And again, not that that matters all that much because we've got 30 seconds here left. And there's no way Mimile is closing this gap. Fantastic game and great match to both of these players. We do end up here with a 1-1 with Mimile winning game 1. And Bowser here pulling out game 2 in an exciting matchup of monster divisions. Elephant going down here to the mortars. It's kind of a last little point. But yes, a meeting of the Titan divisions. Two divisions we really do not see in League, so it's really exciting to see this. I think we saw Nord play 20th Panzergrenadier last season in the finals really, really well. But I haven't seen really 16th at all. Yeah, 4,195 to 4,380, so almost dead even. For a 50-minute game, that's very shocking to be that close. We zoom in here, some Pack 40 kills and stuff, killing out the light stuff. Stug 4s are amazing, they always are. BF-109 killing some of those recon planes. Elephant here, yeah, did it pay itself off? Not even close, I don't think. 70, 130, 190, yeah, it's still 50 points short. IG-33 killing some nice stuff. Stug 4s definitely paid themselves off. 150 killed that homo there. The other 150 just killed some infantry. This one killed that Nebelwerfer. That was the one that got the Nebelwerfer kill. Very nice. This elephant, nope, basically just killed half-tracks. This one did get the kill on the Tiger and a Königstiger, so this one did pay itself off. Another Stug. See, the Stug 4s, though, were just like so much more efficient and worth the points, really. Obviously, I don't think he wins that game without the elephants, but they weren't actually like these crazy super weapons. The Grilla taking out tons of Verzats. SPW taking out some planes there. Tiger E doing some nice work there as well. Nebelwerf 300 got some good kills there. Some absolutely fantastic kills. Losing that was a huge, huge loss from Mimile. If he had kept that, he probably could have taken out those elephants and made some more progress. All those armored cars doing lots of work, of course. Königstiger, it did kill. Yeah, it paid itself off for sure with these kills. And of course, more of an area denial weapon than anything else. Grilla again. Hummel killed a lot of stuff. So this thing, the second one, 100% paid itself off, and then some. Tiger E doing some great work. So yeah, absolutely fantastic match out of both of these players. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, consider checking out the Patreon. Thanks a bunch, guys. You are amazing for making it to the end, and have a fantastic day.